What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of Champagne Gains. I'm Coach Beckon.
Coach Kiki is here. You can tell that we haven't recorded for a
It's
couple.
been a hot minute. Oh,
Yeah.
but bad news. They're taking away the Swedish Fish Ghost energy drink, apparently.
Yeah. So I found that out like a couple weeks ago, and then I lost the I couldn't find like the Instagram post again because I wanted to like show you instead of you like just having to believe me that they were taking it
True.
away. So like now is the time to go on the hunt for the Swedish fish.
That's a good point.
Stock up.
God, those are my favorite. Although with the Invisalign, I haven't been doing anything carbonated
That's
because
good.
it's just I've taken it out twice in the like mid-morning because I've been tired and wanted caffeine. Um, but otherwise, other than that, like no carbonation, including champagne.
What?
I know, right? Um, but yeah, it's been kind of, I mean, it's been good. So I'm drinking more water, but it's also annoying because it's like, well, if I'm driving, like I want to have an energy drink, you know?
Yeah. That's literally the worst part about like being close to shows and prep. Like I don't really do like we're technically not allowed to have energy drinks or soda um ever with Ben. So um I will cut them out like, 2-ish weeks out, but it's like wow, if I'm driving somewhere like this is boring. It's very
Yeah.
boring. Oh,
Yeah.
and then he was on his, so Ben's been like on his shit, like for, and you know,
In his like building or improvements
yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing.
I mean,
Okay.
and he's like, I don't know however many weeks out from the Olympia, but he's just trying to get ready, like, and dial things in. So he's been so good. And like normally with shows, you know how show weekends go for like coaching. Like you're so worried about everyone else that you're not eating, not drinking water, eating stupid shit just because like you have to get some sort of food in. So he's been very good the past couple of times. But then he was on his way to a show in Florida this past weekend. And he like FaceTimed me and he was like eating fucking Doritos and Reese's.
Oh my
And I'm like,
gosh.
damn, I want some road trip snacks. But like I don't, but I do.
Right. Sometimes you get the urge to
Yeah.
freaking Reese's cups. So
Yeah. That's a weird thing. Like I haven't had like any like cravings.
really?
Like I don't really want anything.
Yeah.
Like obviously I want a donut, but like I'm not gonna eat like stupid donuts. Like I want if they're gonna
It's
be a
got to
donut.
be worth it.
Good.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
it's gotta
not that
be a
you can have it
good
anyways,
donut.
but
Yeah. So it's like I don't know, like after Charlotte I had like steak.
yeah, dude, it's cool when like taking the emotion away from food is such a flex.
Yeah.
Like it really helps you in your life in so many ways. What was I gonna say? There's not on the tip of my tongue, but like even with like yes, food is. I'm never gonna be one of those people that's like food is just fuel. Like no, we can celebrate things with food
Yeah.
sometimes, but you gotta be choosy about what you're choo choo you gotta be picky about what you're choosing to indulge in. I mean, I have a client traveling this next weekend going to Las Vegas. I'm like, dude, you're going there for your anniversary. Like, enjoy it. Don't freak out about food, but also make smart choices and don't have every single meal be
Yes.
the best meal of your life.
Right, right. It doesn't need to be like,
No.
and if you're the more that you're consistent with like your diet, it's like you're going to notice how those some of those foods just like make you feel.
Mhm.
Like it's just gonna make you feel like tired and gross.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Like
And
yeah,
you,
like indulging sometimes is cool, but like was talking about with like the donuts, like okay, yeah, I want a donut, but if my only option for a donut was Dunkin' Donuts, would I have that? Nope. No, because it's not going to be worth it. It's just going to make me want a better donut because I've had better donuts before. It's like if there's cookies in the break room, like, okay, are those like grandma's cookies or are
Right.
they like the pre-packaged ones from Walmart? Like, I think you could pass that up.
That's what the that's what I like. Did your grandma make this? Like, is it grandma's special cake? Or is it store bought? I also always use like those like white powder donuts or like the chocolate, like the small ones from
Yeah.
the I think it's
Like
called.
donuts or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I always use those as an example. Like, why do you need those? I mean,
Yeah.
they're good, but not good enough.
Yeah.
Not good enough to be
No.
like, what are your physique goals more important than how that subpar donut tastes?
Right. Yeah. So it's like evaluating. People just need to be like fucking real with themselves. And people, a lot of times, people need to be harder on themselves. But people are fucking pansies.
Um, I was kind of thinking about that this morning in terms of not even, well, like I mean, what I was thinking about wasn't hard on yourselves, but you gotta not be, I can't help you be less ignorant. Like I can coach you and I can guide you and I can lead you, but if you're not choosing to use the resources from me or do a little research on your own, like you are just holding yourself back.
Yep. Absolutely. It's like we can't literally like babysit you.
Right.
You like,
Unfortunately.
yeah, yeah. That would be a much higher price point.
Indeed. But as far as being harder on yourselves, or just like holding yourself to higher standards, probably a
Yes.
better way, a nicer way to say that, but you know, same
Yeah.
concept. Because it's it's really like about how much you care about your goals. And if
Yeah.
you continually show yourself that you don't care, then you're not going to believe you're worthy.
Yeah. And it's like you're going to like get so frustrated with yourself when like yes, you are the reason that you're frustrated. If I give you a plan and you're not following it or you're trying to find different ways to make it work in your life instead of like evaluating yourself and being like, oh, maybe what I've been doing has not really been working, so I need to do a different approach.
Mhm.
Or if you've been overcomplicating things, like just go down to the bare minimum, like especially if you're busy and if you have kids, like I mean, I don't have kids and I still like even if I wasn't in prep, I would still be eating the same things because I have a busy work schedule and I just need things to be so simple because it's one less thing I have to think about.
Yes.
Uh, it's like the uh
Decision fatigue.
Apple, the guy who had Apple.
Steve
He
Jobs?
literally, yes, he literally had like two shirts.
Oh yeah.
Like he just like swapped those out every day. And
Yep.
honestly, you know, Casey, my first coach, she was very similar. She had like three outfits and she would literally just wash them every 3 days. And that's what she would wear because it was one less thing you have to think about.
Mhm.
So like, okay, do the same thing with your fucking nutrition.
Literally.
Like there was a post on Instagram yesterday, I think, from that
I was just gonna say, was it 4 weeks to the beach?
4 weeks to the beach. What did he say?
About not
So
going out to restaurants every day?
yeah, some of you go to the same restaurant consistently because it's your fave. If you've paid attention, you'd notice that they don't change their menu items very often. Why? Because it would be much harder to plan for and prepare. Maybe you should adopt that practice in your own household. It's like, I get bored eating the same things. I need more variety. I'm a foodie. And it says these are all narratives and labels that we've encountered working with folks. And more often than not, once these folks start actually monitoring their consumption more closely by tracking it, two things occur. They realize they eat pretty similar things over and over, and it's much easier to eat routinely. Like, just don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah. You don't need a 5-star meal every single time you eat. You don't need a different meal every day. And it's like Yeah, I get it. Like once when you first start, it's like I don't know what to season this with or like flavor it with. But once you figure that out, you can like swap things out. And that's another beauty of having a coach. Like we can help you do that. But for the love of God, you don't need to be keep you don't need to be eating different things all the time, and keeping it pretty consistent with whole foods is also really good for you.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's like if you're cooking for like you and I, we could literally do whatever the fuck we want because we live by ourselves. And it's like people like especially like moms or, husbands, whatever, they have families and they're like, "Oh, well, we don't want to be cooking different things all the time." Well, there's a way around that. Like when I when I didn't live by my parents and like I would come to visit, my mom would be like, "Okay, like we're gonna do um build your own taco bowls." Cool. Okay. So we had shredded chicken in the crock pot. Salt. We have all the different toppings. We have rice, beans, tortillas, sour cream, guac, whatever. And it's like, then you can pick and choose. So
yeah,
like say Beckon, say you're on a meal plan and your dinner meal is protein and veggies, dude, all you have to do is just take all the veggie options. So salsa, lettuce, tomatoes, onion, green pepper, whatever, all the veggies you want, and then use that protein. And then you can still partake in that taco bowl. And then, say you had a little brother who was going out for high school football, that boy needs to eat. He can load up his taco bowl with all the other stuff.
right.
And you can still eat together. You don't
Yeah.
have to eat the exact same thing. Like you don't. And
No,
I promise you,
you
it's so easy to do it that way, or
it's
to think of
still like
building meals like that.
you still have the company. And I think correct me if I'm wrong. Like I always when I'm talking to clients, I'm like, man, is this like bodybuilder Beckon talking right now? Or am I wrong? Like what? But batch prepping food. Like you have chicken, ground beef, shrimp in your fridge at all times in like a big batch of it, and it's batch prepping. And then you can just grab that if your family's having freaking tombstone pizza that you made for them. Like do that. It's in your fridge. Like if it's in your fridge, if you take an hour or two max on the
Yeah,
weekends to make food like that is in your fridge all week. You don't have to like put it together or plan out your entire week of eating these meals, but it's there. And so you at least know you have that option. So
yeah, literally
you're
like
like, we want
Sunday.
this. Like,
Yeah,
you're
Sunday
like,
I put
cool.
like beef. I put beef stew meat in the crock pot, which is the same like percentage as 93% ground beef. So my moderate fat protein. I browned up like 2 pounds of ground turkey and put some fish on my grill. Okay, so there's three protein options. I tell this to my clients all the time. I don't season my food.
Nope.
So then throughout the week, I can do whatever I want. So last night, my last meal is the moderate fat protein. So I wanted like a barbecue flavor, so I used barbecue seasoning. Today, probably gonna do some pickle seasoning on it, like
Yeah.
ranch or whatever, it doesn't like, and that makes it different. I
Yep.
mean, and you can use rice instead of potatoes. Like, just don't overcomplicate. Like, it's really not that hard. It's not.
Really not. It's
Uh,
just it's a mindset thing.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
okay, well, this didn't like this is what I did before. I don't care what you did before. Like, did that work for you? If that worked for you, then we probably wouldn't be working together.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and just overcomplicating little things too, like paying attention to these minor details that aren't going to do anything for you when you can't like figure out how to put a meal together.
yes,
Nutrition
yeah,
is to be your like number one priority.
yeah. If you're concerned about doing your cardio fasted versus at night or after your workout, or is it better to do this or this or what, like, I don't know, even know any other examples, but like those little things, like I need you to just be consistent.
Hmm.
You have to do it fasted every morning. No, if you need to sleep in one morning, sure. Just make sure you get it done in the day. It's not going to throw things off that much, I promise.
Yes.
You know, in like just giving yourself the ability to follow a plan for like a couple weeks before you try to add in stuff. Like, when people come to me, of course, like sometimes they want like flexibility or the refeeds on the weekends. And it's like the first couple weeks, like even if you're metabolically in a good place, I really don't want you doing any refeeds. We may do like a high day if you need it, but I want to see how your body responds to just being very consistent with this is your cardio, this is your macronutrients.
Hmm.
And then we can start to get fancy
Right.
with different modalities of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when the newness wears off and you kind of hit that like, oh, I'm not as motivated before, then I had this conversation with a couple of people this week actually, because even if you are getting bored, you're getting results then, and results are not boring. So it's more appealing to continue to do the boring work.
Yeah.
Boring work is what will get you what you want. Like, it's not sexy, it's not trendy, you're not going to see it on Instagram, but like, hello,
Yeah.
do the
I
boring
wish I wish I would have done a full day of eating every day for the past like few
work.
years.
Right? Dude, I've been
Like
eating
I will get
ground beef
bored.
and rice for 2 meals a day still.
Yeah. It's not, and if you find, I think you just need to kind of embrace the simplicity,
Dude,
because my meals are so simple. um, and my routine is just how it is, I can use my thoughts and mind and brain for other things.
right?
Well, it, you're more mentally capable to, you know, do a different extracurriculars or study something else or read a book because you're not worried about like what you have to cook for dinner. If you already know what you're gonna have for dinner, that's less
Hmm.
to worry about.
And it makes it so much easier to like track in your day. If you are tracking food, like you know what this is, there's a lot to be said about that too, like figuring out what food sources have what calories, what macros in them, so
Mm,
that you can just like eventually you'll be like, all right, this I need 6 ounces of ground beef to have this much protein. And then
yep.
and that is how you keep your results for life, and like maybe don't have to track for the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
it's all setting you up to get results and to keep your results for life and
Yeah.
help other people. Like, learn, teach other people what a protein source is and is not.
Yeah, use that as if you're a busy mom or whatever, like that's a good teaching point for your kids.
Yeah.
Like you obviously want to monitor, like have them weigh out their food or something like that but you can like teach them like, oh yeah, mommy's weighing this out because she needs to fuel her body and protein's going to do this and carbs are going to give me energy for my workout and I'm going to have a banana post workout because fruit is a good source of carbs refuel, teach the kids these things.
Yeah.
Or teach your husband, teach your husband, teach your mom, and then it feels more so that you're not um like doing things so differently, or it's like they are easily able to understand like why you're doing certain things.
Yes.
Um, it was so funny. So we went to one of the guys who um works the desk at the gym. He's graduating from college, so we all like all the trainers and the owner. We went to a hibachi like steakhouse. And it was so funny because like like we know we can get like I called ahead of time and was like, hey, just confirming that you can do like steamed chicken because I don't want the hibachi. Me and the other trainer, me and her both got like steamed chicken and steamed veggies and steamed rice, and I had my little scale, and like everyone else, like it didn't matter
Right.
to them what they were doing. I just like asked for another bowl and put it all in there and then put everything to the side and just ate my food. And no one said a fucking thing. Well, obviously, like they are more understanding because they work in the gym setting, but it's like it would have been the same way even if I was with like my family or random ass people.
Mhm.
Like my Kayla Doan, we know we love Kayla. She's grown so much since she's been with me. She went on a trip to Boston, and she was with a bunch of people that she didn't know. So she was very anxious about like bringing her own food, and they went out to a restaurant, and she texted me and she was like, you know what? I ordered a salad and just a plain veggie salad. And I pulled out my chicken from my purse, dumped it on top, had my own sauce. No one's, no one noticed. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Yeah. You shouldn't have people around you that are like questioning your food choices. I mean, that's just a weird thing to do. I like everyone's like, oh, I don't want to be the weird person. I think it's weirder that the people would comment on it.
yes, because it has nothing to do with them.
No, not at all. And then I said that to my client that's traveling this week. I was like, and if you go to a restaurant and you can order things the way that you want them, like you don't have to feel bad about that.
No. And it's like keeping things simple. Like, even if I wasn't in prep, I probably would have ordered the same thing from that steakhouse, like from the hibachi, because I know, like, the one girl who sat beside me, she got just like the regular hibachi veggies, and she's like, I couldn't even eat this. It was so oily and so salty. And it's like, yeah. So like even in my off season, I would pick the same thing because it's going to be simple, and I would rather use a untracked meal or a refeed on something that I actually wanted.
That's
Uh,
where we go, bringing us back to what we were first talking about with choosing wisely.
yeah, yeah. Like I literally brought my own stir fry and sweet and sour sauce, um, and still had my meal, and then I didn't have to worry about what was in it or the
Right.
butter, the oil, or tracking anything like that. Like I was perfectly fine. And then you know what? If I got a refeed, like I could pick something else that I actually wanted.
Mhm. Because I mean, like Chinese hibachi, it's rice and protein, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
So
not.
it's like the type of things where it's like you might as well just like order like the normal, like your normal food.
Mhm.
And the great thing is, hey, I didn't have to do dishes.
Hell yeah.
And they gave me a bunch of rice. So
Oh,
I didn't even have to make rice the next day.
that's a win. I had to
Yeah.
make rice and ground beef today. God, that's awesome.
I'm constantly making rice. I
Yeah.
just have like such a small rice cooker, but I don't want like a big rice cooker where I'm eating it for like the whole week.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
But
It's
I'm like, I'll
very
just
fucking hard. I think one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm put like scooping my rice into my bowl and then rice goes like out of the bowl. Like it happens every fucking time. But it's so minuscule, but yeah.
it's true.
But yeah, mine gets kind of it's kind of hard by the end of the week. But it'd be like that. I don't care.
Yeah. Just throw some water on it, put it in the microwave, you're
Yep.
fine. And it's just like, just think about keeping things simple in all areas, especially like, oh gosh, when you're traveling, um, like you don't need to have, again, these big, like fancy meals. Like I told Kayla when she was going to Boston, she's following a meal plan. I literally just like sent her a new meal plan that had like no choices. It was like, all right, you're having chicken or turkey for 4 meals. because like those are easier to eat like cold than like
Yeah.
some people aren't like me and like eat cold fish. And it's like it's I would rather eat like fish
Well,
is just kind of weird to travel with if it gets old or whatever. And I was like, all right, and your carb sources are rice cakes or this. That's it.
easy.
Fat sources, just do nuts
Hmm.
because it's so easy. Just
Yeah.
portion however many nuts that you need, and that's it. Bring those oatmeal packets, good to go. Protein powder and oats,
Yeah.
easy. Like, don't overcomplicate things,
And
and
then going to the
do that in your everyday life.
literally going to the grocery store also becomes a lot easier because I know that is a huge stressor for people because that's where all the decision fatigue comes in. Like once you know what you're getting when you go there, and then that's just what you get like every time you go there, it's so much easier.
Oh my God, yeah.
I would rather die than like not know what I'm doing going into the grocery store. Like not know what to look for.
Oh,
Because then
well,
I'd walk out with a bunch of shit that is not gonna like, where's the protein?
yeah. When I'm like in my deep off season, like, and I go, because I'll like look at things for like clients and just like do like market research. That I like, it's wild how much like stupid shit that I'll buy,
Oh yeah,
and I don't even need it.
right. Yeah, and then eat like two things from it,
Yeah,
throw it
yeah.
away.
I'm pissed that it's in my pantry still.
I made a little meal plan for myself while I'm traveling this week. What was it? A protein. I got those 42-gram Fairlife chocolate protein shakes, and I got those nut butter pack, like Justin's almond butter packets, and then I got the go-go squeeze like applesauce.
Oh yeah,
And then I'm just doing rice and ground beef and guac cups.
that's
Easy. And
easy.
I literally put the shit in a Ziploc bag and eat it out of that. Like,
Yep, yep. That's what I'm about to do this weekend too, when I'm in Pittsburgh.
mhm. You can, it's easy to make things simple. Keep
Yeah.
it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple. That's the theme.
That's the theme of this podcast.
Yeah. And I promise it'll make your life so much easier.
Seriously. And if you need help, please, we know how to do this stuff. So give one of us a shout and we will help you. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
If you have any questions or additional topics you want us to cover, you can find me on Instagram at Beckin_IFBB Pro.
And you can find me at Keeger's Laugh IFBB Pro.
Give us a 5-star rating and review. Let us know what you think. And cheers.
Cheers, empty coffee.
Just boring water.
What's up, guys? Coach Kiki here. I just wanted to thank you for listening to this episode of Champagne.